So the iPhone XR is one of those iPhones that came out back in 2018. And in my opinion, when it first came out, it wasn't really the craziest iPhone at the time, in my opinion. I think Apple could have done a better job at that specific point. But since then, this iPhone has aged very gracefully, and probably looking back, it's still probably one of the more impactful iPhones Apple's made. I know I say that about a lot of different devices, but with the iPhone XR, you have to keep in mind, when Apple made this thing, they weren't trying to go and make the flagship. Since then, they've kind of really separated both the Pro models and the base model, like the cheaper ones, like the iPhone 14s compared to the 14 Pros, 13s and 13 Pros. But at this point, there were massive differences. Since then, they've kind of streamlined them a little bit better, but it's still crazy to me of how good of an iPhone the iPhone XR is as of this point. And to be honest, the iPhone XR is in a really, really good spot for actually the next few years. And if you needed an iPhone that was, maybe around that $200 price tag, I've seen some go for like up to $250 for that, base model, but they can go down even cheaper than $200 nowadays as well. And that is a really good price tag for a phone that is still going to be supported potentially for the next few years. Now, one thing Apple's been doing is with every single iOS version, they've been pretty much stripping features away from every model of iPhone pretty much for every single year. So last year with iOS 16, the iPhone 13 got features, the 12 didn't, the 12 got features, the 11 didn't, the 11 didn't get features, the 10R, and all these other things too, right? But the iPhone XR was probably the sweet spot when it came down to the oldest phone supported, as well as the most amount of features that it got. The iPhone X got very limited amount of features compared to the iPhone XR. So I say that to say, probably for the next, several different iOS versions that this phone is going to be getting, it is still going to be getting probably a majority of those features. The difference between an Apple A11 Bionic that's on the iPhone X and the A12 Bionic that's in the iPhone XR is a massive difference according to Apple apparently. And because the iPhone XR is getting all of these features that the iPhone X isn't, that makes me kind of really happy about the iPhone XR. And looking forward, the XR is going to be getting a lot of those features that are going to be coming out in the next few years. Now, another big thing to keep in mind, and this is a big one, and for my opinion, the iPhone XR is probably still going to be supported with software for like the next 2 years or so. So even if this thing ends off with iOS 17, which it's not, but let's just say it does, it's still going to be getting all the iOS 16 updates, all the iOS 17 updates, and it's probably going to be lasting a year on top of that with security updates and all those other versions of software as well. So it's not like this phone is going anywhere anytime soon, and I would probably say for the remainder of 2023, for the remainder of 2024, and maybe even going into 2025, this iPhone is probably still going to be worth it in my opinion. So in terms of that kind of covers that up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comments section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.